Dancing in the moonlight, everybody. I have had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
What?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, mother. Say what one more goddamn time.
What? What's up, guys? Jared here again with another action-packed movie review. So earlier today, I got to see The Hitman's Bodyguard starring Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson. So the trailers to this movie made it out to look like it was a hilarious action buddy film, which it was, but you could have changed the title to generic end of summer action movie. Subtitle, we're banking on the 2 stars to sell the out of this movie, and it wouldn't have changed anything. So let me set the scene here. Ryan Reynolds plays Michael Bryce, who runs a AAA rated protection agency whose clients are high-profile individuals. Things go south for him, and 2 years later he's living in his car, working as a personal bodyguard for low-level criminals. On the other hand, Samuel L. Jackson plays the notorious hitman Darius Kincaid, with over 250 kills, or so he says. Kincaid is supposed to get to The Hague in order to testify against a genocidal dictator before a certain time. So obviously everyone is out to murder him. But there's one man there to protect him, Michael Bryce. You can kind of tell from the opening of my review that this movie was just kind of eh. But before I get into the negatives, I want to start with a few positives I had. The buddy duo of Samuel L. Jackson and Ryan Reynolds was pretty damn good. They riffed off one another fairly well. Whether it be Reynolds' quick-witted jokes and banter, or Jackson's excessive use of it was just fun to watch them interact with one another. These scenes considered boring in other action movies were actually the ones I enjoyed the most here. Besides the constant wittiness and swearing, this movie was actually pretty funny. Anything with Reynolds is gonna have some pretty good lines. Like a line from Reynolds where he says, "Eat my ass," and then Jackson responds, "That's what she said." Reynolds' lines weren't quite up to Deadpool standards, but they were definitely still funny. Not only that, but quite a few scenes were packed with humor as well. For example, a flashback scene of how Kincaid met his wife, which was a way more violent version of the bar scene from Airplane. But yeah, this movie was just it was generic action with an overused plot, and it just didn't show us anything new. The action set pieces were like, oh cool, a guy's head exploded. Now we get a cool car chase scene. Reynolds taking out a bunch of guys in a building. Jackson shooting everyone with precision. But this repeated over and over again for the whole 2-hour runtime. I was looking forward to the scenes where they took a break from the action, which is sad because this is an action film. Like I mentioned, the plot was just paint by numbers. It felt like a version of Get Him to the Greek or Due Date, but with a lot more guns and Samuel L. Jackson saying mother. 2 unlikely individuals are matched up for a road trip to get to a certain place by a deadline. Clearly not seeing eye to eye on everything, but near the end of the movie they put aside their differences and realize that they're pretty good friends after all. You've seen it before, give me something new. Come on, people. Overall, The Hitman's Bodyguard is a lazy, generic attempt at an action film, with some fun, witty banter between Jackson and Reynolds and some humorous scenes, but with a plot that we've seen time and time again and action shots that show us nothing new. I would skip The Hitman's Bodyguard. Just wait for Netflix when you're in need of a generic, everyday action film. What did you think of The Hitman's Bodyguard? Was it the Samuel L. Jackson and Ryan Reynolds buddy film you were hoping for? Or was this just another forgotten action movie this year? I want to hear about it in the comments below. As always, you can find me on the social medias at Jared Buckendahl on both Twitter and Instagram, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, I'll see you later.